Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Miss Wangui Muithathi, and on today's episode, we will be talking about rich people habits that change your life. Have you ever wondered what habits separate the rich from the rest of us? Well, I'll be talking about a few things that they normally do that the common person does not. Stay tuned. The first thing rich people do or wealthy people do is invest on assets. The rich will always be investing. They will always be trying to find something that will bring them more money. They just are not satisfied with whatever it is that they have, which can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing, but it all depends on the principles you apply while looking for money. But regardless, the wealthy invest on soft assets. When I say soft assets, I mean stuff like MMFs, treasury bills, bonds, stocks, shares, stuff like that. They are always open to learning new skills. A skill is an asset. I've talked about skills in a different video. You go check it out. The wealthy also know about social skill assets. This is how you interact with people. Don't be rude or arrogant. You'll never find a wealthy person being rude or arrogant. They are always very composed. They also invest in hard assets. Things like real estate and land, just to name a few. So you see, you'll find a kawaida mwananchi, instead of investing on assets, either soft assets, social skills asset, or hard assets, they will go and spend their money on liabilities, things that don't bring in any income. That separates you and the rich by far. The only way to close that gap is for you as an individual, that is, if you're not rich or wealthy, start investing in assets. Assets are things that bring in money, unlike liabilities. For example, someone who builds a house in the rural area, that's a liability because it doesn't bring you any income. Actually, you remove more money, try to maintain that house. You have to pay bills. Unlike someone who buys a house in the urban area, and this house you can actually rent it out. You don't necessarily have to live in it. Even if you decide to move out or move out of town, you can always rent it out. So that's an asset. Both are houses, but one is a liability to one person and the other one is an asset to the other. So invest on assets. Do your research about investing on assets. Learn the difference between assets and liabilities so that you don't find yourself getting a liability thinking you are going to get an asset. Another thing the rich people, you'll never find a rich people doing is buying status symbols with money they don't have. If they don't have the money to buy a BMW, you will not find a wealthy guy taking a loan to get a BMW. He will stay without it. But the kawaida mwananchi, they will go and take up a loan and go buy that Audi, buy whatever luxury items just to compete with God knows who. People really don't care. You're digging your own grave. The wealthy buy luxury goods with money they have, with money they've acquired through their assets. A wealthy person will get money. Instead of going to buy liabilities, they will invest that money. After the money is invested, the money they get from the investments, that's the money they use to buy luxury goods or liabilities. That way, even if they misuse it, it's okay. They are going to get more. So don't try and compete with such a person. and you're on the liability lane. So focus on buying assets. Leave liabilities alone. That's why you find people buying cars and then after a few months they can't pay for it. They are repossessed. You find car yards with so many repossessed cars and you wonder, and they are nice, brand new, great quality. So it simply means someone just bit more than they could chew. Avoid that. Don't be a people pleaser. Live your life. Live below your means. Only you know what you're going through. Stop trying to impress other people. You'll come with a new BMW and will be wowed for 5 minutes, and then someone else comes with a G-Wagon, Mercedes, and we are done with you. You're no longer the it thing. We are on to the next. Focus on building wealth. A lot of people are shy away from driving small cars, living in small houses, because you want to look like you've made it and you've not. A huge difference between the wealthy and the poor. So check yourself. Another habit the rich have is they prioritize sleep. You might think sleep is for people who sleep are lazy. If you don't sleep, you become less productive around other people, at work, in your businesses, wherever it is that you go. The wealthy know the importance of sleep. The rich understand why you need to rest. That's the way of your body recharging itself. If you don't give time to your body for rest, your body will show you fire. Lack of sleep equals low productivity. We don't want you out here if you're not sleeping because you'll be less productive. Nobody wants to work with someone who's less productive. So when it's time to rest, rest. It's important. Another habit the rich have is they set goals and execute them. You'll find the wealthy having 1 to 3 goals. They've not been forced or pushed by anyone to have these goals. They intentionally set these goals for themselves. So always have a goal. Have something you're working towards. Don't just live life for the sake of, you're taking one day at a time. Yeah. No. Always have a goal you're working on. And when you're setting up goals, set the goals with deadlines. Because I know some of you just set up goals and then there's no deadline. And so you won't push yourself. And then you end up doing nothing about that goal. And then you wonder why you're not moving from point A to point B. Set deadlines and be strict with yourself. The rich are strict with themselves. So set goals and deadlines and execute them. Another thing the wealthy do or the rich do is they focus on being the best at one thing. Don't confuse this with having less streams of income. A lot of people tend to try and shikanisha these two, but these are totally two different things. This is about mastering one thing, like an art or something, or a skill. For instance, you see the rich or the wealthy, they play games like golf. They will focus on mastering that art and they will try their best to become the best golfers. You will not find a golfer tomorrow trying to play football, or the other day they are volleyball, the other day they're trying basketball. No. When you master one thing, you provide more value. If it's a skill you want to master, it means at the end of it all, you'll provide more value. You provide more value by being the best at what you do. When you look around, you realize the highly paid people are the ones who are the best at what they do. So focus on being the best. Don't do a little bit of everything. You want to taste everything. Huh? You're doing one thing, before you even finish it, you've seen something else you want to eat before you finish it. You become a jack of all trades, a master of none. You do so many things that you're a master of nothing. So watch that. Another habit the wealthy have is they talk to themselves like they are the winner. You'll never find a wealthy person down talking themselves. They are always having positive affirmations, encouraging themselves, speaking positive things, Huh? Rarely will you catch a rich guy being like not believing in themselves. Have positive self-talk, just like the rich. The faith they have in themselves is beyond, which comes with things like high self-esteem. So that's a good thing. Because another good thing about believing in yourself is once you believe in yourself, if you believe you can do something, nobody can tell you you can't. Nobody will stand in your way. Most of the times we stand on our own way because of doubt and not believing in ourselves. So learn to talk to yourself like a winner. When you look at your future self, see a positive, see a great person. See someone who's made it in life. See yourself as a winner. Focus on your wins. Stop paying too much attention on things you've lost. They are lost. We pay attention to our losses sometimes. We even lose track of time. We allow pain and loss to affect our lives for a longer time than it's needed. So focus on wins. And another thing, even if no matter how small a win is, it's a win. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. If you never used to start saving and now you're saving, pat yourself in the back. Celebrate those small wins. If you have to celebrate alone, do it. Stop waiting for people. We will not always be there to come and celebrate with you. People have lives, they are living their own lives. So take it up upon yourself to do those things for you. Believe in yourself. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your wins. And see how these things will change you. You'll become a better person in no time. And rich. Another habit of the rich is they are always learning. Hey, the rich people, like I always say, they're always learning something new. They're always interested. They're always open-minded. They always make room. They always have room for anything, everything. They're always reading extensively. And then there's the other group of people. When you ask them when was the last time you even read a book, they don't even know. They don't read books. You see? There's a very huge difference. And at the same time, when the rich read a book or an article, they absorb whatever it is that they're reading. The rich understand when you learn something new, it can get you to another level. You can learn something new, and surprisingly, it gets you to your next big phase. So stop limiting yourself. The moment you refuse to learn something new, it means you've chosen to be stuck, to be stagnant. You want to remain in the same place. No, open up yourself, open up your mind. Be willing to change. Be willing to learn and relearn. They say until you die, you can never get tired of learning. So be open to learn new things. Another thing the rich do is always be in the right rooms. They are always in the right rooms somehow. They always know where to be and at what time. Everything they do is just strategic. You'll never find them just some random places, useless, hanging out with useless people. For them, time is very precious. Every move they have is calculated. They understand that being around the right people can change your life for the better. Stop surrounding yourself with people who can't take you from point A to point B. Stop surrounding yourselves with people when they hear of good great opportunities out there, they can't come and tell you because, misery loves company. So if they tell you, and then what if you become great and then now, no. So they want all of you to just remain down here. No, don't avoid. That's bad company. Those are not your people. The rich cut out toxic and negative people because they know these people will always pull them behind. But there's always these other people, caliber of people. I don't know if it's feeling sorry for people. You feel sorry for someone and they are pulling you behind. Sometimes you just have to you have to burn those bridges. May I tell people sometimes, burn that bridge. Whatever happens, happens. Because, when will you ever get where you're going? Sometimes some doors are just meant for you. And now you can't even pass through that door because you're carrying so and so, because they're your relatives, because they're your friends. Yeah, stop. Focus on people who bring you up. The wealthy or the rich people, they focus on people who can open doors for them. Shift your focus. Change your focus. It might be painful. It might be hard. But sometimes this life for you. Another rich people habit is troubleshooting their problems. And then there's the rest of you who you see your problems, you try and sweep them under the rug. You assume they're not, your problems don't exist. They will always be there. The rich face their problems head on. They don't buy time about these things. They analyze, they strategize, and they take action. You keep sweeping your problems under the rug. For how long? And then now they blow up on your face altogether. And then you're stressed and now you can't handle everything. That's wrong. Identify your problems. May they be mental, physical, emotional. You just financial. Identify your problems. Analyze them. Strategize, plan what you'll do about this problem that you have. And once you have a plan, take action. Because having a plan and not taking any action is just wasting time. Don't even bother if you're not going to take action. Always have a strategy in place and take action. Well, that's it for us today. I hope this gets to help someone on their financial journey. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified once we upload another new video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.